Hello, now we are going to continue with Aloha and CSMA CD questions. So, question number 8. The channel efficiency of the Ethernet is in the terms of P, T and A. P is the time to transmit a mean frame, T is the propagation delay, and A is the probability that one station acquires the channel. So, we know that for that efficiency is given by this formula, and TT here can be represented as time to transmit a mean frame into the probability that the channel acquires that frame. So TT becomes PA and TP has been given as propagation delay as T. So this is PA upon PA plus 2T, which can be written as P upon P plus 2T by A. That is answer option number A. Now question 9. Ethernet has 100 Mbps bandwidth. The signal travels along the copper wire at 2 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. The size of the packet is 600 bits. Which of the following cable length is acceptable? So we know that frame size, the minimum F minimum is given by 2L by S. This is the formula for F minimum. So the value of F is always greater than equal to 2L by S into C. So for L we get this expression L is less than equal to Fs divided by 2C. We put the values of F as 600, S as 2 into 10 raised to the power 8 and 2C. The answer we get is 600 meters. So the length of L acceptable is less than 600 meters. So the only option here which is less than 600 is 500 meters. So the answer is option A, 500. So starting with question 10. A 2 kilometer wire, long wire, broadcast LAN has 10 to the power 7 bps bandwidth and uses CSMA CD. The signal travels along the wire at 2 into 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second. What is the minimum packet size that can be used on the network? So we know that the minimum frame size formula is given by F minimum divided by C equals to 2L divided by S. L is the length and S is the speed. So F minimum, we put in the values as given in the question and we get F minimum as 200 bits, which is also equal to 25 bytes. So the answer is D, none of these, as the answer is 25 bytes. Now moving on to question number 11. Consider a CSMA network running at 10 Mbps over a 1 kilometer cable with no repeaters. The signal speed in the cable is 10 to the power 6 kilometer per second and the minimum frame size is 1500 bytes. Determine the acceptable cable length. So we apply the formula L equals Fs by 2C. As the minimum frame size is given and then we put the values as given in the question and we get 600 kilometers, that is option B as our answer. A system that has n stations and all are ready to transmit. If each station is ready to transmit with the probability P is the probability that some station acquire the channel during a contention slot. Find the maximum value of P given 50 stations. So the big P, that is the maximum value probability that some station acquires the channel. So for each station we have small p, and for total n stations we apply binomial theorem to get this expression. Now to get maximum value of p, we differentiate this equation with respect to small p, and we get that the maximum value of p comes out to be 1 by n. When we differentiate this equation, find the value of small p and put it back in this equation, we get p max equal to 1 by n. So the maximum probability equals to 1 by 50, as n has been given as 50, and the answer is 0.02. Now we are going to solve 3 questions related to Back-Off algorithm. So first I will explain the algorithm, and then we will solve the questions. So station A and station B are attempting to transmit on an Ethernet. Each station has steady queue of frames to send. A's frames will be numbered A1, A2 and so on, and B's frames will be numbered B1, B2 and so on. Suppose A and B simultaneously attempt to send one frame, collide, and happen to choose back-off times 0 and 1 respectively. A wins the race and transmits A1 while B waits. At the end of transmission, B will attempt to retransmit B1 while A will attempt to transmit A2. These first attempts will collide, but now A backs off for either 0 or 1, while B backs off for time equal to 0 or 1 or 2 or 3. So they have kind of explained everything in the question itself. So we will look at it once again. So the range of options are given as 0 from 0 to 2 to the power n minus 1. So if first collision occurs, whoever loses, their n becomes changes from 1 to 2. So after collision 1, B loses the first back-off race, so the n for B changes to 2. I have taken A0 and B0, and the possible options for them after the first collision are 0, 1 and 0, 1. So if they both take 0, their collision occurs. If 0 and 1 is taken, A wins. If 1 and 0 is taken, B wins. And if 1 and 1 are taken, collision occurs again. So let's assume that A won this round. This occurred. So moving on, A now has to transmit its frame again. As in question, they have taken it as 1, and this is 2 and this is 1. So here A2 has option 0 and 1, and B1 has option 0 and 3. So A2 either chooses 0 or 1, and B can choose from 0 to 3 and from 0 to 3. So if they both choose 0, collision occurs, and if they both choose 1, collision occurs. So the only possible way where B wins is when A chooses 1 and B chooses 0. Other than that, A wins except for when collision occurs. So probability of A winning the second back-off race is given as the instances where A wins is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 5 by 8, that is 0.625. So The answer to question number 13 is B, 0.625. The question was to calculate the probability that A wins this second back-off race immediately after the first collision. Now, question number 14. The method for solving this is the same, but I have just written it differently, so that we can see both of the ways of writing solving this question. So question 14 is, suppose A wins the second back-off race, A transmits A2, and when it is finished, A and B collide again as A tries to transmit A3 and B tries once more to transmit B1. Calculate the probability that A wins this third back-off race immediately after the first collision. So the options for the third back-off race for A3 are 0 and 1, and for B1 are from 0 to 7. So the occurrence of collision happens only when either both of them take 0 or both of them take 1, that is 2 times. And the number of time A wins is, let's assume that A takes 0 in this case. So I have then plotted each instance of the value B can take from 0 to 7. So A wins 7 times. First total 8 instances are there, and out of which A wins 7 times. And now moving on to when A3 chooses 1. So when A3 chooses 1, the collision occurs when A and A3 and B1 both choose 1. So that is the collision, and B wins when A chooses 1 and B chooses 0. Other than that, the 6 instances that are left, as total are 8, A wins. So the total number of wins for A is 7 plus 6, that is 13. So the probability that A wins the third back-off race is given by 13 by 16, as there are total 8 instances into 2. So 13 by 16 is 0.8125. That is option number D. Now let's see question number 15, which is also based on the back-off algorithm. So A and B are the only 2 stations on the Ethernet. Each has a steady queue of frames to send. Both A and B attempt to transmit the frame, collide. A wins the first back-off race. At the end of this successful transmission, both A and B attempt to transmit again and collide. The probability that A wins the second back-off race. So this question is the same as question number 13. So the probability that A wins is given by 5 by 8, that is 0.625, and that is option B. Thank you for watching.